Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're off in Detroit. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Goff taking it right to the air. And his first pass falls incomplete. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Laporta with the grab. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Goff on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Running it with David Montgomery. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Goff now on 3rd down. This is complete to Patrick. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Their opening drive continues. 1st and 10 now from the 39. It's Montgomery on the counter. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
St. Brown's got it. Complete. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
On 1st down, they'll run with Montgomery. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here's Goff. Cut near the goal line. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We're back to Ford Field right after this. We're all set to bring you the 2nd quarter. Lions well within striking distance. It's Montgomery on 3rd. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Bates' kick is up and good. And they're on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Deontay Hardy to return. And he's out of bounds up across the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. Complete, Derrick Henry. He gets forward, next back 4 yards. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell at the INT.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Wow, again they don't snap it before the play clock runs out. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. They send the tight end in motion left. Handoff running right, Montgomery. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Off play action, Goff. Flushed out of the pocket. Thrown on the run, deep down that left side.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Goff to the air now. Into the hands of Gibbs. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. It's the Lions. With it on 4th and 4. They'll go for it. Goff. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
First down. Here's Lamar. No one open, so he checks this to another county.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
2nd and 10 now. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Jackson now on 3rd. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
On 1st down, Jackson finds a man right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. First and 10, here's Jackson. He's on the move. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Throwing again here on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Aguilar with the grab. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Jackson's going to throw again. Cut out left. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Staring at 4th down, the Ravens will go with Justin Tucker to try for 3. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. Bullock's kick is good. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you're looking for on the call sheet.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback. 19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. They go play action with Goff. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He'll throw it. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Montgomery now up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're off and running once again. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get games like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Pressure coming. It's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He gets loose down the right side. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take the lead right away in half number 2. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one that defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Craig Reynolds to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. Catch made left side by Laporta. Big man's showing up the yards. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Goff on 3rd. Has it in close. And in for the Detroit touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
He's throwing for it. And that catch in the end zone gives them the lead. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Offense up to the line fast. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, Jackson. Forced out to his right. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. Offense in the hurry up here. Here he is on 3rd and long. Finding Flowers. What a hit, and the ball's loose. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the first. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Flush down out to his left. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Gets this one to Andrews. They get 35 out of that one. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch. And it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Lamar now from the gun. Chased out to his right. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 4th quarter lead. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Jackson throwing for it. And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. Would have felt more comfortable, obviously, with a 7-point lead, but they have to settle for 5. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Reynolds with a return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Looking to throw, Goff. Taken in by Williams outright. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Completed to his running back. And he's got 5, and we've got our 2-minute warning. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Setting up to pass. Gets him on the in route. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that gives the Lions the first. He'll look to throw it. That's complete to the back, David Montgomery. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
On the move, headed right.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
To throw. Buys time, rolling right. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. Still one more in their pocket to use. Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, first and goal. Here he is to throw. Escapes the pocket. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But, Kate, the good news, you've got 2 more downs to try to find a first.
So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal. Back to throw. Fires right away, but incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So now, here's third and goal. Going left side, Williams with it. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
And now the Lions lining up for a very important 2-point try. From the gun, Goff. And unable to connect on that throw, so they're still ahead. Now they just have to defend it over the final seconds here.
Ravens 16.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Here's Lamar. Aguilar with the grab. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down. Lamar back to throw. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Now a timeout, so there may be time for 2 plays here, Brock, but a quick short one does them no good. They got to go for broke here. Trying again, following the set. Put the body on the line for his team. So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
So now it all comes down to Justin Tucker. So they're going to go ahead and call the timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. He didn't get enough into it. Oh, it just comes down shy of the crossbar. And they fail to claim that lead. They're still...